Hey y'all, wait a minute. Where's that button at? Wait a minute, let me see. Bam! Oh, I did it! Yo, y'all are watching the convos with my brother Keith. Listen, I just came here. I snuck in here to just tell you all that I want to tell him thank you, because he was such an inspiration to me to keep my music going. He's the reason why you are able to buy all my songs on digital outlets. Again, I've given up on all of those songs. You know, they were done, but I'm so glad that he pushed me to make them available for all of you. So I'm celebrating my brother Keith today. Y'all give it up for him. Give it up, give it up, give it up. All right, bye.
God is enormous, deserving of the top song on the charts. He deserves a standing ovation. He is major, stronger than any superhero. He can do it all. His love is amazing, goes deeper than any hurt to him you've caused. Loves you in spite of anything. Can you imagine the life you'd have been with one who knows how to love you? You are so pure, perfect, flawless, wise and flawless. I'll do yourself over and over again. What an honor and a privilege to know you and to hear you and to feel you.
It's your boy Treyway, You're now tuned into my own key closer. This is the new single called Role Play.
Let's have at it, boy.
Let's go.
Yes, let's have at it. You are on live with the Konvos. I should be in a clubhouse right now, but I felt like just being live for a second. And can I say, if you have not subscribed yet, I'm only at 90. I already talked to God about it. I'm going to be over 1,000 subscribers soon. Get on and subscribe to the Konvos on YouTube.
Hey, baby.
Come on, YouTube.
I'm about to be real transparent with you.
Shout out to Trey with this great song.
I've been waiting by
Shout out to everybody who got up this morning clothed and in your right mind.
Just to have a little
Congratulations.
conversation with you.
You have made it. It is MLK Day.
So don't think I'm creeping.
Check it out.
I just want your name.
I'm not talking to you. See that? They're always talking to me when I'm not talking
And
to
maybe
them.
you can slide
I'm not talking to
your
you.
digits too.
There we go. Cause I put a lot of work in my game. Guess what? So guess what we gonna do? So baby, role play, press and sew, bro. You got me wanting to get some coffee. Listen, I do it right. Homegirl Alexa just said that coffee shops may not rebound until 2023. I don't know what that's about. I'ma find out. But until then, I'll make my coffee at home. Let's go.
And let me be your patient.
Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. I'm on now. If you want to test it out, go over to the YouTube side. Let me know you're over there.
I'm gonna be your student.
I see you, Carl. I see you on the other side.
So let me role play.
Shout out to Preston So.
Baby, won't you
All
come
day,
and role
all
play
time.
with me?
It gets you right.
Role play, baby.
Mickey, let me see you with the YouTube tag, all right? Slide over there. I'm trying to get everybody to slide over.
Role play. Hey, come on. Got to let me see you clap.
Here we go.
Time.
Yes, love it. Strict. I put these in Clubhouse, man. Let's do it, Strict. I need to talk to you, man. If you set up, let me know. Give me the thumbs up if you set up. Tell everybody about the Strictly Business Show. Strict, give me the thumbs up if you're ready.
So baby, role play.
Yeah.
Role play. Baby, won't you come and role play with me? Role play, baby.
I know you know me. So let's switch it up. Everybody get on DJ Strict on YouTube. Gotta find him at Strict City. I want y'all to say hi to my lovely wife. Look at that. Oh, there she is. Look up there. Look up there. And wave. Right there. The camera's up there. Wave at it. Look, she don't even know how to wave. Up there.
Look, how many? Look.
Say what's up to DJ Strict.
Substract. I was just telling you my coffee is good. I'm going back to work.
She loves her coffee. See that? Press and sew. She loves her coffee. Sir, post the YouTube link and pin it. It's real easy. It's www.thekonvos.live. I can't type it in right now. Oh my God. Look at that. Y'all say hi to Tina. Oh, you watching while you work? Okay, Strict, I got you. I ain't saying nothing today, Strict, for real. Shout out to Ecam. I just had to let it play out because I love it like that. All right, got my color lights on. Got my light on here, got my light on there. I am practicing for the month of February. I'm seriously practicing for the month of February because I'm really trying to get over to this YouTube thing. And I know that everybody can follow me over there. All you gotta do is just stick with it and get over to YouTube, okay? So now Carla is on my back and she's saying I got to make sure that let me get this together. She said I got to make sure that wait, let me find where my music thing is at that I want to put on. And there we go. It's a R. Is that? Nope, that's the wrong button. Let's see. I got to get the right button, y'all. Let me see, letter B. Boom, there we go. Okay, now, there, I do it like that so y'all can hear the music. There we go. So what I'm doing, I'm working out my Stream Deck, but that's for another YouTube, all right? So for my convo people, let's stick to the convos like we normally do. What do? We get on here and rap a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We rap a taste. Good morning, Tasha. I'm liking the YouTube. Everybody show me your YouTube logos and stuff. I want to see how you look on YouTube. So make sure you get over to YouTube's. Let me do this for Carla before she kills me. Shout out to Tucson. I want to see the comparison of how you look on YouTube and then how you look on the Facebook. Okay, so I'm gonna write something and I'm gonna pin it. So in the column, if you do www.theconvos, right, .live, right, it'll take you right over to where we at in YouTube. Okay, it'll get you right over to the YouTube side. So in the column, if you do that, it'll get over. Oh snap, that's my school account. Ooh. Tasha, are you serious? My Bitmoji. Tasha, I'm digging it though. I like the afro. Who else got some YouTube? Let me see the YouTube stuff. Sonia, I love the picture. I like the black and white with the bokeh effect in the background. I'm feeling it. Let's enlarge these things so we can see. I'm checking out all your YouTubes. Okay, let me go back to the top and see who's on YouTube. So, Daylene, listen. Daylene, if you're not on YouTube, go over to YouTube. And let me find this in the column over here so that you can get to it. I gotta pin this. I gotta figure out how to do this pinning stuff. All right, so let me change the post. All right, I'm gonna change the post, and then I'm gonna make sure that I pin the post and say, go over to the YouTube. Okay, look, we're trying to get this right for this year. So let me see. All right, we're live now. So I'm going to take and make a comment. But I did it. I thought I did that. Okay, how do I pin it, Carla? I'm trying to figure out how to pin the darn thing. Listen, everybody, www.theconvos with a K .live. It'll get you over to YouTube. So I see Sammy. This is the Sammy. That's my young boy Sammy. All right, check out Sammy on YouTube. He's there. Tosh Russ, this is the Facebook one. But then she's got the YouTube one. Sonia, we got Sonia's. Who else is on here on YouTube? I need to see the YouTube people. All right, KT, but then she didn't have it up, but it's up now. Press and Sew is on there. Press and Sew. Subscribe to their page. Check out their product. Awesome people. T-shirts are great. They don't even shrink. I love it. Okay. DJ Strick, he's on the Facebook side, but he has a whole YouTube. I was on his show. Check out Strick City, okay, on YouTube. All right. Viola, Gray, I love it. Check it out. Get over to YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe on YouTube. I think I'm caught up. Eric Young, I know you should have a YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube, go over to YouTube. We're going to be on YouTube Live. That's where we're shifting to. Siobhan is already there. Tell Daryl what's up. If he's up, tell him to come holler at me. All right? But I'm glad to see you all over here. So, a couple of things. I do have word on wheels for those people. We'll make this like less than an hour show because I got some other stuff to do for my instructional videos. So yes, I'm branching into other stuff. Then I got to get my Sneaker Preach pages together and all of that good stuff. All right. Wait a minute. Where'd you go? Okay, there we go. I had to make sure that went. Now, while I'm trying to work this thing, I know that a lot of people had all these sound effects and I was mad because I didn't have them, but I'm up in my game now. So I think I got the DJ horn. Is this the DJ horn? Boom! If y'all heard the horn, India Delgado, my girl, she had it on, and I was kind of like jealous because she had all them sound effects, and I ain't playing around. I'm trying to come with the sound effects. Yep, I'm going to work that out so I can have my sound effects and stuff. And so I did my research, and now I got it rolling. Priscilla, what's going on? You are on the YouTube side. Shout out to everybody that's on the YouTube side. I so appreciate you because I'm really trying to get this work to work, and I thank you for your help. And so Do y'all feel like partying a little bit? I feel like partying because I'm already declaring that this is going to be the house hit of 2021. And sometimes you just got to have faith, okay? And when I say faith the size of a mustard seed, you got to have that kind of faith that's beyond, okay, your normality. And so Zach Williams, you on the YouTube side, check out Zach, go over to his page. Zach put the page column in here so that we know how to subscribe to you on YouTube so people can check you out there. Listen, folk, if you're not on it yet, Facebook is a good place to make an announcement, but guess what? The sanctuary need to be in YouTube. That's a good place for it. And so everybody that's joining in on the Facebook side, I want you to check this out. I want you to go to the Konvos on YouTube, and please subscribe. You have to hit the subscribe button, okay? So Priscilla, you said let's party. Guess what? I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do Word on Wheels, and then I'm going to do it later. Shout out to Eric Benefield. You got the cups up. I saw you. Some of y'all forgot. Tom's not here, so we didn't get the bass in the column. But guess what? I don't care. I'm going to do this right now because I feel this and it's time for it. Somebody talk about love. Here it is. Let's go.
They say I'm crazy.
The way you got me
open, baby.
20 years ago, some of y'all heard this before. 20 years ago, but it's 2021.
They say I'm bugging. The way I'm
I think everybody can use some love right now, couldn't we? Tell me how you feeling this. Let me know if you liking it. Yay, nay. Maybe you're not a house person, but if you are, check it out.
They all sit and wonder why this feeling I cannot hide. It ain't a question of pride.
Here we go. Type in the column if you know the hook. Here we go.
It's love.
I think I got my heart somewhere. Here's the heart. Here we go. Angel, what's going on, girl? Here we go. The way you got my whole life. If Tina wasn't working, I'll make her come back down here and dance with me. Losing it. Just can't seem to keep my
grip, baby.
Angel, where's your YouTube page at? Come on, y'all need a YouTube page with that company.
We all cry when we feel pain.
We cry when we feel the pain.
Love is gone, we're not the same.
If the love is gone, it's not the same. It ain't a question of brains. Let's go. Here we go. Starting to feel a little bit more funky right now. Switch this up. You have to fix that. Here we go. Say what?
Say what?
Say.
Say what?
I feel like partying today. I don't know why. If I was a DJ, I'd do better. These feelings, I can't hide it. Anybody else you can say I can't hide it? Pride. Cannot hide. I can't hide it. I can't hide it. I'm about to get up out of the seat and just jump around. Come on, I can't hide it. She says right there. Jackie, what's going on? It's a few cooking videos. I need you to put me a step playlist together. Angel, you need to do it. Come on, girl. See this food right here. Do you want it on your collard greens? Your candy sweets. In your. Here we go. Do you want it on your rice, your baby?
Do you want it on your rice, baby?
He said put horns back in. Oh, you absolutely right, Marcus. Bradshaw. I gotta tell Jeff Bradshaw to put the horns up in this joint. That's a good idea. Marcus Bell, you get the credit for that right there. The horns gotta go in the remix. All right, I'm gonna send this to Jeff Bradshaw, tell him to put the horns in that joint. Love, 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 love. Anybody else agree with Marcus? Y'all missing the horn? Marcus, put on subscribe to YouTube. Are you serious? Let's get there. Right there. Okay, listen, I'm going to take the advice of my brother, my big brother, Marcus Bell. He said, put the horns back in. I didn't take the horns out. I actually just did this remix and I did not think about the horns. You understand what I'm saying? You need me sprinkling salt on the track. Listen, you know what? I sat here and I took those vocals. I had the acapella because me and Darren Henson did the song. So I had the acapellas because I recorded it. And I just said, you know what? I was feeling housey. And I just started thumping and I just started putting it together. And so I'm going to see if DJ Active's going to spin it. I sent it to him. So I'm going to see if he going to spin it. But listen, check this out. And y'all know what's crazy? He Loves Me got leaked as a house mix, I think in San Francisco, and it actually blew the song up on You Love Me. You Love Me, it's special. And they made a house mix out of it, and it was so dope that it just kept going, and you know, boom, it became some kind of like dope house mix. So I'm like, why not just house this right here? See, that's a sneaker preach right there. Just go ahead and house it. You start housing stuff will just start taking off and blowing up just because you housed it, all right? House music makes people get up and dance. It keeps them live. I think it does something to people. It does something inside. It's not church, but it has a churchy vibe, wouldn't you say? I mean, hip hop is cool. Reggae music is cool. Even go-go music is closest to it, but I would say house and go-go gets that most of a church vibe, like straightforward. Now, don't get me wrong. 5-spot neo soul music is great, but I don't know. It just had that vibe to it. Angel, what we got here? That's good step music. Been doing stepping all month for exercise. I need a full playlist, please. Listen, so to any producers out there that you got that music, now's the time to start throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? People will pick up on it. They'll grab it. You got to trust. You know what I'm saying? Trying to sell stuff now is not hard, but it can get a little difficult. You got to be confident in what you're doing, and then you just got to go ahead and toss it first. So that song you just heard from Jillscott, I remember people turned her down. They couldn't get a deal. But then after a while, never forget, we in LA and it said, who is Jillscott? 2.5 million people know. So after a while, you know, look, you got to trust the process. Angel, even with Cooking Channel, people need to send you music so that when you cooking, they can advertise their music through your broadcast. And, you know, if we do that kind of investment, people's going to ask, what music is that? All right, Eric, what you saying? House music, have you dance walking to your destination? Exactly. Any kind of music can do it to you, but it's something about house music that does it. It's something about house music that does it that I like. It gets you, you know, to that, you know what I'm saying? Get you to that hop or something like that. Now, Angel, you said something that I'm feeling. I'm feeling this, Angel, and I agree with you. So what I heard you say was, James, see, I'm trying to catch my ECAM community. James, what's going on, dude? It's something about, James, you set up. Let me know if you set up, if you want to holler. They can do that now if they want. Stay tuned for that. Okay, good. Y'all can send music to Angel Mars. They'll see what your channel looking like, and people, they'll go in with you. I like the picture. Your husband hooked you up real good. I love it. Love you, girl. Listen, tell the bishop I said what's up. So the James, inbox me if you want to holler on Messenger. Hit me on Messenger. Okay, so listen, Angel, Philly was late to the house music. Don't start, Carla. Was a house head before coming back to Philly in '89. Folks was like, what's that? Music you play in your house. No, Carla. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll let you slide with that one. The thing is, when I got the temple, that's all we knew was house music, okay? House music all night long. House music, that's what we was doing down the temple, was just house music. But that was, I'm an 89 graduate, so I'll let you have that a little bit. Angel, you said something that's great. I'm glad that you said you started in December. If I'm looking at this right, Angel, you said, okay, since December, okay, but you've been meatless all month. That's a great thing. Now listen, shout out to everybody that's trying to shift your diet. I think that the new year is a good time to try it. New year is a good time to reset, but make sure that you have a end of year, full year mentality. All right, since December 10th, that's good. Okay, that's what I like. You said December 10th. A lot of people wait till January to start something. They wait till their birthday to start something. There's a pre-roll that needs to happen. Okay, it's a pre-roll. So this is my little sneaker preach. A pre-roll is necessary. The reason why I say that is because you have to get your mind into the matter before just saying I'm gonna do something when. You actually have to start it before normal time of initiation. And so this is the convos, y'all. This is what we do in the convos. This ain't my YouTube instructional and stuff like that. But this is the convos, and this is what I'm used to. And I had to think I need to get back to what I normally do. And that's going to be what the convos is going to do. We have conversation. And part of that conversation, I'll get the drop back soon. Part of the conversation is simply this. This is what I say to people when they get married. I say you have to have a committed mindset before you make the commitment. All right, I'm gonna say it again. You have to have a committed mindset, okay, before you make the commitment. A lot of people wait. Ian, what's going on? Cuz I see you in the house. A lot of people, what they do is they commit to making a commitment at a certain time. But if you commit to making a commitment, that's not committing to what you're making a commitment to commit to. Sounds a little crazy, don't it? It's kind of like when people commit to the mindset of, I'm gonna get married, but they don't commit to being married. So it's like you can commit to getting married, but you gotta commit to being married. There's a difference there. If you just commit to getting married, I commit to the time. So, Keith, are you going to show up on Saturday? Yes, I got a commitment to show up on Saturday. But is my mindset committed in what I'm making a commitment to? So I can make a commitment to being there, to being married. But if I'm not making a commitment of marriage itself, then I'm a little off. Because at that point, you have the wedding, you have the appointment, but then afterwards, your mind is all over the place because you don't have a committed mindset before you make the commitment. So this is why I'm so into the committed mindset. And sometimes the mindset takes more time than the matter and the appointment itself. So I was not waiting. You have to gradually walk away from toxicity, okay? And it starts in the mind, because if you have no plan, you will go back and then you're disappointed. Angel, listen, you are speaking my language, sis. This right here, that mindset, let me tell y'all something about church. I'm probably going to end up doing, somebody asked me to do a speaking engagement, and it's real intricate. It's beyond my normal, stuff that I do. And it's not really a sermon necessarily, but it's more of in that line of TED Talk. And the problem with it is that you got to get it down to a concise time frame. So there's no, I feel the Holy Ghost. It's none of that. You start and you go straight for it. And at a certain time, you got to cut it off. You got to pack in so much information, convincing and fact check and all of that stuff within a certain constraint. One of those things that I know I'm gonna end up having to talk about is they're pulling at me from a pastor/producer mindset. So we're getting ministry and we're getting music. We're getting, worship and world at the same time. The challenge that I have, that I'm just going to say this. I'm a pew baby. I know church from the ground up for the most part. Not better than everybody else, but I know it in my own way. I spent my whole life in church and now I'm pastoring. But here's the thing, and I got way out there into the world. I was the prodigal son, the whole nine. But relating it back to what Angel was talking about and the mindset, we end up having to change our normal way of doing stuff. And one of the essences of faith that most people talk about, no matter what your religion is, what you serve, whether you're Christian, Muslim, atheist, whatever, there's a sense of what we call love. And love actually, according to the word of God, it talks about patient, kind, all of this stuff. You know, we have long suffering and everything in there. It's one of those things where you commit to the mindset of, I'm going to be free, period. Love actually does that. Love actually frees you. But also love is not stupid. Love is educated as well. You can actually love anybody if you try. We are even commanded to love our enemies. And some people look at, well, how can you do that? You can actually do that because there's a freedom in you. But it has to be a mindset. So how am I relate this back to how we eat and stuff? Swiss Beats just put up, he says, I'm not dealing with the gout. I'm not dealing with, getting old too fast or body messing up. I want to see my children grow up and stuff. And so he's taking a measure and he said he's going fully vegan, which means if you go to Swiss Beats on Instagram, it's the one he's chilling out, in his tub, with the oversight of the mountain. And he's making a commitment to saying, I'm going to change the way I eat. Now, listen, I didn't have to give up anything but pork. I gave up pork because it messed with my head. It gave me headaches and stuff. I didn't give up beef. I didn't give up any particular meats, but I have control over how I eat it. So I can be next to a vegetarian and people think I'm vegetarian because they're like, yo, you don't eat no meat. And then one day you might see me eat a burger and you'd be like, well, I thought you didn't eat meat. I never said I didn't eat meat, but it's just the thing of a mindset I have towards food that's different. And so if I can help anybody, listen, all the diets in the world ain't really going to help you if you yourself have not made the commitment in your mind. Okay? It has to be in your mind. And it has to be beyond circumstances. Circumstances can push you to saying, oh, I had a health scare, so I'm going to give up this or that, the third. You have to see yourself better. You have to see yourself in the light of where you're trying to get to, and then you want to commit to that. And the time to start it is right now. Because when you start it right now, it's going to be a process. So if you want to aim for the new year, you want to aim for your birthday, don't wait a month before or 2 months before. Start it right now. Whenever now is, that's when you want to do it. And the words of Marsha Brown Woodard, you want to start now for your win. Okay? When is the time? Now is the time for whenever the win is. Okay? So the WHEN, win-win situation, WIN, you want to start it right now. So what do you say, man? Wisdom will show you how to love. Thank you. Back on that love, wisdom is going to help you to do it. And what is wisdom? Wisdom is not just reading knowledge. It's experienced, okay? And it's the interconnection between those who have done it before you, those that you evidence the outcome of how they did it, and then understanding what your task is in your now. And when you do all of that and put it together, and you take the culmination of before, right, forward thinking, right now thinking, and you put it all together and then you apply it, that is the case of wisdom. And when you deal with that, there's no one shoe size that fits all in love, in changing your mindset. Everybody has a different way of doing it. So seeing it before you see it will keep you committed if you really want it bad enough. You're absolutely right. Listen, y'all know how we doing the convos. I can almost get all over the place. But check this out. Couple of things. I got this awesome... Oh, I wish I could have took a picture of that. It just said on there, coffee shops may not rebuild until 2023. I don't even know what that means. If y'all got the Alexas and the Echo joint, you'll see it on there. It'll put it on there. It's kind of crazy. So, wow. Cheney says, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I got to stop looking at her because she's crazy right now. There's too many things popping off on there. So you said, Reverend Michael, how you doing, bro? I need to have, maybe Monday we'll do a little bit of church conversation on where do we go from here. This is hard on a lot of people, y'all. I actually got a text from somebody and said, are y'all opening up on Sunday? And I'm like, nah. Y'all help me real quick. Am I getting mixed messages or what? Just showing people who are watching right now. Put your hand up if you feel as though we can start back to church or gatherings like normal. You feel that. I'm not talking about what the CDC or anybody says. How do you feel about it? And then I need thumbs down on people that feel no. I know I'll be moving too fast, but I'm gonna give it a second. So right now I'm just asking, thumbs up on we good to open up socially distance and whatever it is, whether it's church, schools, whatever. And thumbs down if you kind of like, nah, not yet. I'm just curious, everybody. I'm curious. Okay, Siobhan, Zach, he said, listen, I'm just curious, y'all. I was just not in Cali. Okay, I thought it was just me. Angel, I agree with you. Nothing will be normal again. And this is crazy. A couple of speaking engagements that I have, some of the parameters that they have on there is they're talking about what is the new norm. Okay, because we're going to have to address what is the new norm. And one of the challenging topics that I actually have, you said that would be hell no. Listen, one of the challenging topics that I have is, let's just say everything is like it is, and our only alternative is, oh, I'm gonna do it, y'all. I'm gonna do it. Y'all know I'm crazy enough to do it. Hang on. All right, y'all ready? So, let me reenact this right now. So, this it right here. Let me do this. So, here's church. Y'all ready? Not fully. So, church is like this, right? And if this is church, first problem we got with color folk in church. Let me stop my music for this. Angel, y'all help me. First problem we have with color folk in church is this. We're gonna have Brother Pelzer come up, and he's gonna give a testimony. How y'all doing this morning? I don't need no mic. You know, the Lord woke me up. Get the mic. Oh, all right. This on. Okay, that's without a mask. So understand now. First, giving honor to God, Pastor Deacon, member friends. I'm truly glad to be in the house a little one more time. Listen, y'all, I'm about to go there. This way here, people can see your smile. So you can get up and talk to people and say, good morning, everybody. I really don't know what to say, but, right? But now when we like this, you got what I'm saying? I don't know what you're actually thinking because I can't really read your face. I only got your eyes, okay? Michelle, what's going on, sis? You know, Michelle, I actually got some sound effects for you with the fan. Okay, so listen, the thing is, I can see us right now, and this is this is church right here. Church is going to look like this. So imagine that we're in church, right? And we have our look like this, okay? Then does the preacher, you put up a shield or something, and then the preacher can have his mask off. But I can't look at people now. Let me ask you this. Is the preaching going to be easier because you can't see the expressions? So now I don't know when to close the sermon, because normally if people ain't feeling you, they just like, all right. But if it's like this, I'm going to just have to assume everybody's smiling, or maybe I'll think that everybody's frowning. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. So then there's people that they don't care. So they wait, and then they want to lie on the Holy Ghost and say the Holy Ghost told me to take the mask off. So COVID took the lies out of it. No slap your neighbor, holler at your neighbor. Thank you. Thank you, Angel. It actually helped. So folk is screaming through the mask. That in lies the problem. You just got all of that fun. I hope everybody brushing their teeth because you smelling your own breath at this point now. So you ain't putting it out to everybody else. You want to entrap yourself. You want to talk about entanglement, entrapment right here. So you got to make sure that you Colgate it while protecting everybody from COVID because you doing all of this in here. And the more you shout in the mask, the more wet this is. And shout out to everybody that want to put the mask on and do 2 services. That's a lot of spit in the mask. I'm sorry. I'm just crazy. We're going to have to dress like Darth Vader to be safe. Oh my gosh. Did you say a word? We're going to have to look like Darth Vader to be safe. That's the thing that's bothering me is that until it's safe to do this is kind of rough. And I'm just trying to understand the gathering aspect if this is the way we got to look in the gathering for fellowship and worship, if the majority of it is grabbing information. Okay, so I think the thing that people are fearful of or are scared of, I'm sorry, I lost some music. I think the thing that people are fearful of or scared of is the fact that they don't, listen, y'all, it's hurting me to breathe now. Like trying to inhale, and this is starting to take a toll on me because the more I talk, the more air I'm trying to it's taking a choking on me. And listen, for me, imagine singing praise and worship like this. But see, people don't care. They're singing praise and worship like this, and I ain't seeing no churches with the plastic shields up singing praise and worship. That means that the praise and worship people is just spitting all over the place, aerosoling all over the place, and the more intense the song gets. So here's the funny thing. Musicians, Ian, watch this. The drummers are like this, Michael. The keyboard player's like this, but the praise and worship team is like this. Well, that means you got 4 or 5 people with an aerosol coming across and lingering around the pulpit. God forbid if the ventilation system ain't up, or if it is, it's blowing all the molecules over the congregation and or towards the musicians and stuff. It's just a cluster funk of problems. And right now, we've gotten so scared where we got used to cell phones. And I was at a church, and I never forget, they had me emceeing. And I kind of made everybody laugh because I got up to MC and I said, thank y'all, for the mic. And I put the phone up and I was just like, I'm doing what y'all doing. And everybody's looking at me. I'm like, I'm Facebook Live. Because we're all in the church building and everybody's trying to be outside FaceTiming and Facebook Living to everybody outside of the sanctuary. If you came to church for church, now watch this. The church I was at, they had a video system. So the church is Facebook Live, and then everybody in the pews is Facebook Live. So I'm kind of like, I'm trying to understand how y'all like, come on, put your hands together. Can't nobody put their hands together because nobody's phone is on a tripod. Everybody got the phone in their hand, and they got people saying, hold the phone steady. So if you come into church to be a film crew, then who's there worshiping? I'm the ignorant Negro that says stuff like this. Who's worshiping if everybody is like this on the phone? Then COVID-19 hits and everybody want to be in church. But I'm like, you want to be in church to film church? So if now the only way to kind of see safely church is through film, let's get creative, people. Let me go to the comments and then I'll show y'all where I'm going. Priscilla, you said, ooh, Sandra, you feeling good, girl? What's going on? Talk to me. Look, just nod at your neighbor and throw up the peace sign. And not to mention the masks are hot, and now you worked up in the spirit. You sure enough going to want to take your mask off, and that's a no-no. I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Now, for me, I like to holler at the preacher. My church mask have window screens so I can let down when he talking good. Thank you. I love it. Okay, I'll be ready to pass out on the market. Okay, OMG. Okay, Zach, the truth. I'm walking around with a shield. That's good. I'd pass out. There are whole choirs up singing. You're absolutely right. They are. So, the spit that flies from the preacher and the singer. Come on. Whose service are you here for? got you pointless, right? Join the damn media team. Exactly. It's like, come on, am I lying or do y'all know what I'm talking about? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I was at church about 3 years ago when everybody's like Facebook Live, right? There's darn near like 18 views from one sanctuary. Nobody's clapping because everybody's a film crew. And so now nobody's seen this coming. And now that it's here, you got people that can't wait to get in the sanctuary. Now imagine trying to be in the sanctuary now, holding the phone up and having a mask on. That's a lot of work. And at this point, there's a certain level of vanity that's happening. Now, listen, y'all can be mad with me. This is just having a convo. There's a certain level of vanity that happens because now it's kind of like some churches is like we're on set. Okay, so now the on set kind of is if the church consists of 10 members or more, and if you can only put 10 people in the building, but you got 50 people, then the other 40 can't come in, and then the other 40 gotta watch. Okay, catch this out. The other 40 or the other percentage has to watch the percentage that's in. So then you kind of want to make sure your camera game is right so that people can feel like they're in there. And then at a certain point, it starts to turn into a performance of some sort, which is not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. But then again, I'm just asking, does it create the I want to be there too? Because now it's like the law of inclusion. Well, only certain people allowed. Okay, only certain people can come. And then I'm just concerned about the people that are there. Because here's another thing that we don't like to talk about. They said there was going to be an uptick in deaths before Thanksgiving. And I'll be that after Thanksgiving is an uptick. And there's a lot of phone calls I got about somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody and people going to hospital and not coming out. Then they're now saying they're predicting 90,000 more deaths before February. Listen closely. After a while, it has to dawn on us that just because we don't see it right now don't mean that it doesn't exist or it's not a problem. And so my brother Riley is on here, and like he said, in LA, nah. Because I got a friend, my best friend lives in Orange County and in California. And he said it's real bad out there. Anytime that ambulances are your new waiting rooms or emergency room, then that's a problem, okay? Ian, what did you say? I played at a service, and no lie, it realistically felt like a play. And listen, I done got out and I preached a couple of times. I did 6 funerals last year, and each one of them was different. But what I do know is that you put a bunch of Negroes in the room, somebody's going to forget and not give a rat's behind about COVID-19 because they're feeling it. Listen, this is what I've been trying to tell people. Understand the terminology of long suffering and patience. Okay, long suffering and patience. Say it loud for the people in the back of the church. Long suffering and patience. Listen, content is key right now. The y'all don't hear me, y'all are hearing me if you choose to watch it. So shout out to every pastor. If you are broadcasting on Sunday, they are hearing, even if you're in the pulpit and they're filming it, people that aren't coming to the church, they're actually listening to you now more undivided than they were before. And y'all can laugh at me, but you ever been listening to a sermon and you sat down because you're tuned in on, you heard the text, and the preacher may say, let me use this here, John 6:66. The phrase says, there are those that turn and walk with him no more. Now, if you sat down and the preacher said that, and it said many of his disciples turned and walked with him no more, the pastor done got your attention because you want to know where is he going with this? Because if I call myself a disciple, how do people turn their back on Jesus? So now you're listening. But if you in the sanctuary and you got a bunch of people go, all right, say it, yeah. it may cause you to think about it a way that you wouldn't normally think about it if you were isolated, quarantined. So watch this here. There's a quarantine ministry going on, not just in COVID, but in the believer. This is a re-authentication. This is a re-identification on what does this actually mean. Some of us needed to take at least 6 months to say, now that I can't walk into the building, how do I feel about it? How do I value when I was going in? Was I just going in to show you how I look? Was I going in as a pacification on all of the stuff that needed some kind of shift in me? So it's not even been 12 months yet. And people have been looking at me. I kept saying, invest in your pandemic platform. What is that? Re-identify. What is this for? What am I doing? Am I going into a church building talking about the Jesus and me love the Jesus and you, and I'm still having art with my family? I have not reconciled with my brother, sister, friend, cousin. Have we done all of that? And so a lot of this is just not about we're being punished because we can't do what we want to do. We got to learn how to maximize in everything that we do. The maximizing is necessary, okay? The maximizing is necessary. And so I'm leaving as soon as I see it. Oh, you dancing with no mask. Listen, Angel, I was about to run out. I had to preach somewhere, and I realized, now this is true confession. Bashir, listen what I'm about to say. I started tuning at a funeral. And I intentionally said, I'm just going to teach and get everybody out of here so that we can be safe. Well, the feeling in the room got up enough that I actually started tuning. And then the person on the organ started tuning me up. And what did I do? I just started hollering. And then when I started hollering, what do you think? People start dancing. And then when people start dancing, somebody's going to fan them. And then when somebody's fanning them, then somebody's going to gather in a circle. And then if you start dancing, you're going to say hallelujah or something like that. And then you say it through the mask. If you're shouting and the mask come off, nobody's snatching and throwing the mask back on you. Okay? So you got a lot of stuff going on that's just like, I don't know. I think it hurts for most people. You know, it's a hurt thing. But I'm putting on some house music before I keep preaching again. Listen, it's time for Word on Wheels. So those of you who are still hanging out, let me drop this Word on Wheels on y'all. Y'all gonna like it. Pay attention and listen closely. Tell me how you feel after it. Y'all ready for it? I need you to hashtag WOW. That stands for Word on Wheels. If you're still watching, you're still flowing with the convos, type in WOW. This is Keith Pelzer on the bike. So to my eCam community and people in the content creation field, this is off of a GoPro. I'm going to upgrade it or something soon because I think I damaged the microphone on it, but I made it right in some post editing. But this right here, I'm going to do a Word on Wheels. So I guess the Holy Ghost don't make house calls. Angel, stop it. I love it. The Holy Ghost make house calls. I need to know. So here we go. Word on Wheels right now. And you've seen it live on the Convos. See if my button worked. Hey, Keith Pelzer with Word on Wheels. So take a look around. Sun is shining. Road's clear. I'm out here on the bike, right? Show you my pedaling. But check this out. Today is a beautiful day, right? But it's cold out and there's actually no leaves on the trees. Look at this. Now in the summertime, or the spring, we'll call it pretty because you see all the green. In the fall, you see the change of colors and we'll say, oh, it's beautiful out here. So how do you compare a beautiful day on the trail now compared to then? Well, you gotta look at it in the spiritual. Here's the spiritual way to look at it. I look at it like this. Normally, what we call beautiful in the summertime, in the fall, and the spring is the leaves on the trees, which in most cases, they block out the sunlight. The best case scenario is when it's real hot out, this area is normally an area of shade. The problem is that when you're in the shade, the light's not getting to you. So the spiritual realm of thinking about that is, I learned to enjoy some of the ugliest moments out here on the trail, because when the trees don't look as great as they normally do, you're actually getting sunlight in. And you want the sunlight out here in the cold because it'll warm you up. So here's the spiritual perspective on looking at it. Enjoy some of your coldest days. Enjoy the time when the scenery doesn't look its best, because even at its worst moment, dry, empty trees, yes, that means the leaves aren't there, and it allows all of the light to come through. I dare you to hashtag come through on the bike, come through on the bike, come through on the bike. I just said something right there. I can't wait to air this on Friday. Come through on the bike. All of these areas. Now I'm going under a bridge right here, right? And see, it gets cold when you go through the tunnels of your life. But see, this area here normally provides shade. And now it ain't nothing but light. It's a cold season. It's a little dry right now. But the beautiful part of it is that the light is coming through. That's just the building. Yeah, that's just the building. But see, the light is coming through on the trail. And I'm so glad, right or left, right, sir. I'm so glad that the light is coming through. Somebody hashtag come through light, come through light. Look at that. Now in a few months, this will all be shade. It'll be shady, like Michelle Lawrence. And we have a fan throw some shade. But for right now, I'm enjoying, just give me the light. Just give me the light. Walk in the light. All right, that's your word on wheels. I'll holler at y'all. Listen, so wait, don't you do that, girl. She's still talking. Oh, stop real quick. Now, so check this out. I hope that blessed you, and we'll talk about it real quick. Please understand this. Some of your most looked for times of the year is the shadiest time. Okay, so if we take that word on wheels and use that illustration, okay, use that application, I realized that there's not many people that can appreciate the trail because their biggest obstacle is it's cold outside. They sound like the song, baby, it's cold outside. And you remember the argument in the song. You understand what I'm saying? How the song is written and they're both contradicting what each other's saying, but then they're both agreeing it's cold outside. So check this here. When you think about the cold, long as the sun is shining, if you're working in the cold, you will get warm, okay? This is the thing. First, you have to put on the right gear. If you notice my bike gear, you have to put on the right gear. When you put on the right gear, and you don't have to put on too much, when you get outside, I never forget my wife said to me, now watch this, when I go bike riding, I have the one jacket, and underneath that, I have a merino wool shirt, okay? The merino wool shirt is thin. And it regulates body heat, but the jacket is designed to take the wind away from you on the front, but to air out in the back. So I don't have a lot of clothes on, even outside in 25 to 30 degree weather. The next thing is when you get to working, it generates heat from the inside. And I have the faith to believe I'm going to get warm if I do the work of working. Faith without works is dead. And so the live part of me riding is to get out there, and then I like to stay on the path that I've been on all year long. And sometimes the path that was shady, watch this here, is sometimes the path that you still need to travel on even in different seasons. I just said something, sneaker preach there, hashtag SAP, because I'm about to sneaker preach. Sometimes the same path that you were on that was shady, it didn't mean that wasn't the path. The path was shady and you were cool in it and you got comfortable in your cool because you try to stay away from the heat. But now, watch this here. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, baby. So you're not hiding in the shade no more, but where there was shade, now there's light. I just said something right there. Where there used to be shade, there is now some kind of light. I hope that's really helping somebody today, because we need to understand that even in the cold, if you maintain yourself in the sun, you get more sun in the pathways that used to be shady. So that area that I showed you on the bike, it's normally full of trees. It's a darker area so that when it's real hot outside, you can retreat to it and you can stay in there. And even some people only jog in the shaded area. See, there's some people, while you taking the heat, that they stay in the shady area. They stay in the shade. But watch this here. There's a time when the light is there and the people that stayed in the shade, they're not on the trail because they don't understand the value of the light where the area was that they were shady. How's that work? See, church never stopped. Listen again, church never stopped. Church always had a continuance because the job of believers was totally beyond the walls. The walls was a place of gathering. It's an identification of a place that we can visibly see. That's like saying you're only a Target shopper if I see you in Target. No, you can shop at Target online. I don't have to see you in Target for you to be a supporter of shopping at Target. Think, people, internet, there's a connection, and the value is still going to, if Target was a kingdom, if Target was an organization that represented a kingdom, you are still supporting it if you go in the building or not. Boom, I just said something there. Sometimes people do want to get out, but how do you maintain value from a place if you don't actually go to it? It doesn't say that you shut Target down and you close the doors. You keep them open for people that like to be in a place with people, but at the same time, how do you provide value for people that aren't in that place or choose not to go to that place or can't get to that place? I just said something else right there. That's why Amazon is so dope, because people that was way out in the countryside that couldn't get that close to a Target or a Walmart, even though they try to get in your area, how do they still benefit from it? And the blow up of an Amazon, watch this here, is that they found a way to make sure product delivery got to you no matter where you are. Well, guess what? These things with Bezos and Elon Musk and all of the technology and Tim Cook and God bless him, Steve Jobs and all of that, they are great genius people, but they do not have the mind of God. And what God did way back over 2,000 years ago, to go ye therefore into all the world, that product is not subject to your four walls, and ain't no COVID going to stop the move of that product. Because my belief is there are a lot of people now that have a better understanding of who Christ is now, more than they did when we had our doors open. Man, nobody wanted to hear that, but I just said it. Okay, 5 was wise, 5 was foolish. Facts. God never stops working and is always present. All right, before I lose some folk, I got to do something else. And what I got to do is actually sign off, because my main goal is, here's what I need to ask y'all this. I'm going to sound like a preacher, okay? I'm actually going to sound like a Dang, my camera just... Okay, boom, get back up. I'm going to sound, Tanisha, look, I'm trying up in here. I'm going to sound like a little preacher for a minute. And listen, yeah, that's some better music. Okay, I'm going to sound like a preacher real quick. If you did not subscribe to it yet, please subscribe to the YouTube. Now, they normally tell us don't beg, but listen, I'm going to call the 50 people line. Shh. Hold the music. Shh. Hold the music. I'm a call the 50 people line. Somebody here today, I know that you're watching and you said, why am I here today? And I want to suggest to you that there's a door that's opening for you right now. All I'm asking you to do is sow the seed of a subscribe. Well, y'all hashtag that. Sow a seed of subscribe. Now this is... Sow a seed of subscribe. That's it. Subscribe. That's the seed that I need you to sow today. And so right now, I feel in my spirit that my number is still only at 90 something. I need to, 99 and a half won't do. I need to make it 100. I need to make it 100. I think there's about 10 of you right now that have not hit the subscribe button. I need you to jump over to the other side. Come with me to the other side. And I need you to find the Convos on YouTube. And I need you to hit the subscribe button today. I need you to subscribe. Shh. Shh. That's when you say shh. Musicians just drop the sticks. Shh. Okay, I need some giving music. I need some giving music right now. If there's anybody in the building, all the musicians have went to the bathroom, and so there's nobody here to do the giving music. I need something right now. I feel something in my spirit. I'm trying to find something. I can't find anything right now, but I think there's a song that we might, I think one of those songs that we normally just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. That's it. Isn't that a giving song? All I got is 1 million, Pastor. You can join my church at any time if that's what you got. I need at least 10 subscribers right now. After you've done it, make sure you say, I hit the subscribe button. If you hit the subscribe button, just say that you hit the subscribe button, okay? If you're here today and you want to receive a blessing, I need you to hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button is going to bless you. You'll know when we go live on YouTube. Okay, make sure that you hit the subscribe button on the Convos. I got some editing work and stuff to do. Now, they outside at my food truck. Wait a minute. Buying salmon cheesecake. Wait a minute. Time out right now. Angel, are y'all out there with the truck? Let me know if you out there with the truck. No, Bishop, that's the general offering. This is the post-sermon seed offering you need available to you or something like that. Thank you, sir. You absolutely... I can't get the link to work. Wait a minute. I subscribe, by the way. Thank you, Tim. Tim, I appreciate you subscribe. So listen, everybody, I'm going to show you how to do it. Let me go to, I'm going to go to this screen share, and I'm going to go to, I'll show you how we do it. So already subscribe. All right, Brian, I see you there. So look, I'm going to go to Google Chrome, okay? And then I'm going to hit this here, and we're going to go to Chrome. All right, everybody? Now, see, we're on Chrome right now. Now, this is on the Convos at YouTube. So right there, you'll see it right there, the Convos. And so the link is right here. I'm going to copy that link, and then I'm going to put it in my phone, okay? I'm going to put it in the phone onto the Facebook page. If you're looking on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button, okay? I'm trying to figure out how to do this the best way. So everybody that's on the Facebook side, I just put the link in on Facebook side so that you can get over to the YouTube sides, okay? And see, there's only 7 people watching over here. All of y'all still on Facebook. Just, okay, you can stay on Facebook, but jump over to the other side real quick. Okay, jump over to the other side. Now, see, it's on when you get ready to go to the other side. When you start going to the other side, come on, y'all remember how the word God says. He said, go to the other side. When you go to the other side, there are some Peters right now that you are going to benefit from going to the other side. Y'all know I will sneaker preach on anything. I really mean this, because some of you right now, you're trying to launch your business and you're trying to do stuff, but you keep lingering around in Facebook. Facebook is the church, right? And YouTube is outside of the 4 walls of the church. So the things that you're trying to do, you need to slide over to YouTube and get your identity there. I'm trying to help somebody today. And one of the ways you can do it is subscribing to one another's page. So if you are here today and you have a YouTube page, drop your YouTube page in the column. Because when people start subscribing, if you've been lunching, you will wake up and you will start getting the content together. Folk, brace yourselves. Whatever your business is, you can benefit more on YouTube by putting it up because the world is so much bigger. See, in Facebook, it's only about your friends. And YouTube, it's go ye therefore into the world. Okay, Sound the Worship Center. I'm shouting y'all out. We got Sound the Worship Center. I'm about to do the same for PK's Talk Back. Yes, Siobhan, you need to have it on YouTube. Okay, YouTube is outside the church. Sneaker Preach. My girl Diana is in the house. She is the evangelist, bishoptress of the whole matter of the movement. She is one of the reasons why I am where I'm at now in this whole game. Y'all know why? Because I found her on YouTube, not Facebook. We're friends on Facebook, but I found her on YouTube. Can I say it again? She said, listen, she said that, wait a minute, let me put up what you said. You said what I said. You said YouTube is outside the church, okay? YouTube is outside of the church. Facebook is your congregation. Facebook is pre-COVID, okay? And we'll come back to the sanctuary as we navigate this COVID. So nobody said to tear the building down. Prayerfully, no church has to be foreclosed on or kicked out of the building because your lease is up or because you lost your congregation. However, just like the building will still be there, Facebook will still be there, but it's time to launch out into the deep. Man, I'm glad I hit the key. It's time to launch out into the deep. It's time to launch out into the deep. I feel something coming on today. See, that's what happens when preachers come in the room. So it's time to launch out in the deep. So I need you to tell me, #I subscribed if you have not subscribed today. If you have not subscribed today, I need you to subscribe right now because something is about to happen, okay? So I want to see those numbers look like a number that no man could number. Amen. I believe it. I'm receiving it right now. And so that's what you want to do. Make sure you subscribe. Let me play some giving music right now. So the giving music today, the seed that you're sowing is I subscribe. That's it right now. And so been subscribed. Oh, I like that hashtag. You said been subscribed. LBC branding. Michelle, come on. Listen, folk, let me say this real quick, and I'm going to move the camera a little closer so that y'all can hear me. So let me see. I got to get my Move It Closer game together real quick. Come on, Keith. You got to do better than this. Jeez, what is wrong with me? You know what's funny? I never can see the actual stupid thing when I'm looking for it. It never comes up. Hold to quit. I'm trying to quit. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, I quit that right there. And what I want to do is I want to bring myself closer. Okay, here we go. I'm bringing myself closer. Now, folk, I'm going to help everybody out that has a YouTube page. You will not lose anything by subscribing to somebody's page. Listen what I'm saying. You can turn the notifications off. But right now, I need everybody, if you have a YouTube page, put your page in the feed. And then I need you to subscribe to everybody you can subscribe to. Don't worry about if they only have 2 videos, 3 videos, 4 videos, whatever, whether they got 10,000 followers or 2. Subscribe to the page. Just subscribe to it, okay? And if it's bothering you, you can turn the notifications off. It's not as stalky as Facebook, but subscribe to it. Sow the seed of subscription today. All right? Do me a favor. Sow the seed of subscription today. I promise you it's going to bless you. And remember, Keith Pelzer told y'all this on this here day that we're honoring Martin Luther the King. I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this again. You will benefit from getting an identity on YouTube and coming outside of Facebook. Now, Instagram is great too, but that's not the landing ground either. TikTok is good. That's not the landing ground. But YouTube is proven itself and it ain't going nowhere, okay? It's holding its place, its value, and the information and the content. Preachers, pastors, instructors, everybody, go ahead and jump in on YouTube and then sow the seed of subscribing to somebody's page. Okay. So there you have it. If you have a page, put it up in here. Everybody's going to see it. And one more time, it's all because it is love. Somebody hashtag it's love. I'm going to play it again because I'm going to tweak it. I'm actually going to get my, I'm going to get my, what do you call it? I'm going to get my, what am I saying? I'm going to get the horns in there. Somebody said I need horns in there. So I'm going to get the horns in there and I'm going to make sure that it works. Okay. So one more time. It's love while you subscribing. Somebody make sure that you have it. Okay. And wait, I didn't say start now, Jill. See, that's the thing. Jill don't listen to me. Jill, this is how we're going to do it. We start right now. That's it.
They say I'm crazy.
It is free to share and subscribe. There it is. I had to get in close on y'all. Let me back up out your face again. Where my house dancers at right there? Here we go. She say.
They say I'm bugging.
Sometimes you gotta dance to your own music, don't you? I'm coming on live later on. I gotta do some Stream Deck stuff. Say it.
They all sit and wonder why this feeling not
Wrong button. Here it is. That's the wrong button again. I got my horn, DJ. Here we go. Right there. Say it. Right there. This thing hot. The way you got my whole life flipping. Woo.
They say I'm
Losing it.
just can't seem to kick
Be
my
honest.
grip.
You done found more people in COVID-19 than you found before. Huh? Thomas, what's going on, Pastor? Come on, dance with it.
We all cry when we feel pain. When love is gone, we're not the same.
It ain't a
It
question
ain't
of
a
brains.
question of brain. It's love. It's love.
Got my coffee up.
It's love.
Woo.
It's love.
Come on. Let's clap.
Say what? Say what?
Check out my girl Jill. She's got her podcast going on. Check it out. They all sit and wonder why.
These feelings I cannot hide. It ain't a question of pride.
There she go. You put her up there.
It's love.
There she go.
It's love. I cannot hide. It's love. I cannot hide. It's love.
There we go. There's another YouTube. Subscribe. Give it to me. Give it. Kim, what's going on? Let's go.
Do you want all your collard greens?
Shout out to Angel. Collard greens.
Candy sweets.
Candy sweets. I need some of that purple sweet potato pie. Did you make it? I need some of that. And you. Pantry pop up. What's up? Let me know. Let me know. I'm in. Angel, just call me. I'm in. Get your dancing shoes, girl. Put your hands together. Ain't nothing like house music on that. Say what? Woo. Say what? Raise the cup. It's empty. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. right there. Okay, right there now. Guess what, y'all? I got 3 drops that I got to drop on y'all. Y'all ready? And so everything that's happened today, you know what you got to do? You got to do this for me.
Let that sit right there. Let that marinate. However, cool breeze. However.
You got to let that marinate, people. And another thing, you got to...
Some stuff ain't worth rushing, you know? You got to add that season on and let it marinate.
And one more again.
Hello, I'm Dr. Deirdre Jackson, and I think we ought to just let that marinate.
I am totally simple, people, okay? I totally believe that we got to let that marinate. So if anybody got a marinate video, you can let me know. I'm going to put them together. And when we say something deep, we want to let you know you got to sometimes just let it marinate. You got what I'm saying? Just let it marinate. It's been fun hanging with y'all today. I got to get together and get some stuff going because later on in our little community, and maybe Diane will make a better video of this, I actually got together and did my so Diana, guess what? I figured out for everybody. Now this is for content creators. Let me show you this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let me flip the camera. I gotta flip the camera around. Sorry. 180. Boom. Okay. So right here, this is a stream deck. And so Michelle has 2 of these. She got the little mini guy that's like this big. I was going to get one too. But she's got the little mini guy. Okay. She's got the mini guy and everybody's grabbing this big one. Shout out to my girl India that's got this stream deck. So I figured out how to get the sound effects going. You got yours on order, Sonia. You got to get it. And I figured out how to flip this over in the app for people that don't have the Rode Podcaster. So the other day, India was on, and I was a little jealous because she had her Rodecaster Pro, which I don't need. Not in this setup. I would use it for another setup. The Rodecaster Pro is the bomb. I love it. Diana Gladney has one. She did some stuff with it. I think it's a valuable tool. I don't have it because I have this guy here and I can do a lot with this, my plugins and all. And you bet not get no mini stream decks or India will get you together. Listen, Kim, I hear you. So the small one is dope. Now, Daryl has the 15. Did Daryl get it? Did he upgrade and get the let me know, Siobhan, if he got the XL. Okay, I'm on Team Rodecaster Pro now. Now look here. Rodecaster Pro is going to take up too much of my pretty desk space, okay? I have a pretty desk space and I do not want the Rodecaster Pro jacking up my desk space. But I would suggest it to people. I suggested it to a couple of pastors to get the Rodecaster Pro. So I'm gonna flip this. So for all my normal watchers, if you know, for the convo, if I'm boring you, listen, just say goodbye if you gotta go. I love you. This is for my tech people. Cause I was just gonna do a whole YouTube video. I still may, but I'm not sure. Okay, so here's the deal. I have a button over here and I'll do a little zoom in so you can see it. And that button that I have over here, okay, I threw a button over here that when I hit this, it goes over to an app, and the app is called Fargo, okay? And it's from the Loop Deck people. And what it does is that app, you can only throw the triggers, okay? You can only throw the triggers if the app is selected. So I had to find a way to be able to be in Ecamm, still use my Stream Deck, but access all of these buttons for sound effects, okay? And so the thing is, if you have a Rodecaster Pro, you got 1 trillion of them right over to the side. Let me bring this camera back out. You got 1 trillion of them over to the side. India was doing this the other day, and she kept hitting, and I was mad because I didn't have the horn. And so what I would have had to do was I would have had to put it into the sound effects on Ecamm. But here's what I learned. If you put the sounds all in Ecamm and you try to do triggers on it, then here's the problem. If I were to trigger, I had number 1. So here's, for example, let's say in Ecamm, Diana, if I had RK3 has Fargo, he probably does. Okay, now, let me see. He has the Rodecaster Pro. That's how he gets people to call in to participate in service if they're not tech savvy. Exactly, Siobhan. I totally believe, listen, subscribe to my girl's page, Diana Gladney. She's a great product reviewer. Jokes aside, she repents for anything that she put out there that she didn't make people do. Y'all heard her talk about on the show. No, she's dead on it. If she finds something wrong with the Rodecaster Pro, she will say it. She will let you know, and she'll tell you why she still rocks with it or why she doesn't. So no harm intended to anybody. These are the reviewers you want to follow. So shout outs to my girl. Now listen. So here was the thing, Diana. If you throw a trigger on, let me pick a sound out of here. Let's just say the bike horn. Okay, so the bike horn sounds like this, right? If I were to put a trigger on it and say the hotkey is number 1, right? If I put number 1 as the hotkey, then when I hit number 1, it's actually, now I can't change my camera. So in order to change my camera, it's hitting more than one thing. So it's triggering a whole bunch of other stuff. So check this out. The problem is when you do it, let me put the camera back over here. I normally switch my cameras here as a quick switcher. Okay. So I do this, so here, if I want to go to camera 1, I know where camera 1 is. I can just hit that. The problem is, this one over here will try to go to the camera, but also try to trigger the sound. That's too much going on. So my solution is, rather than use hotkeys in Ecamm, I take and I do the hotkeys on here and Fargo. And so that app actually allows you to do a ton of stuff. So check this out, folks. Let me go to the app that's open, and I'm going to use this and go, look at that. I can just throw sounds up on here anywhere I want. Like, I can just throw any sound on here. You just drag and drop the sound. So if I want to move this car horn, let me go to the app. Sorry. I can just take, and let's just say, if I want to throw the thunder there. Now on the, let me make this bigger so you can see this here. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing. If I wanted to, I can just take and, so you see me and that. So I'm going to hit Fargo right here, right? Now, when I hit Fargo, that's the app. And now notice right here, you can see this window open. I didn't set up for this. This is impromptu. So now, see this here? I got all the buttons. I got all the buttons, and you can set them for start, stop, or trigger and go. So once you set this up in the Stream Deck, you're actually just going to set it up how it is. So a close look at this, you have the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But over here, where I could have put an 8, I left this column open so that this button switches between the apps. So if I hit this, it'll take me back to Ecamm. And now I have all my Ecamm buttons. So the only caveat to this is, if I want to punch a sound effect while I'm on Ecamm, I can use all my buttons, switchers, and stuff on here. If I want to throw my Konvos overlays, here's my Konvos overlays, right? And if we're talking, I'm interviewing, and I want to put a sound effect on, I just punch this button real quick here, and then I got all of this. I got all of these triggers that I can do over here. And it doesn't subject me. It doesn't subject me to only having it and stacking it all in Ecamm. It frees me up to not confuse all of the triggers in Ecamm. The thing that people don't know about Ecamm is that when you put hotkeys on stuff, the keys also in the sound effects column, if you hit the letter T, if the letter T is a hotkey, then it's going to go to something like triangle or testify that's in my column because I hit the T. It's kind of like a quick thing. And so you don't want to jam yourself up and do that. So it's better to take everything, put it over in the Fargo, which is a trigger app. And the way Keith Pell's is saying this is an alternative for people that don't want the Rodecaster Pro or that weren't looking to get it. I was about to purchase the Rodecaster Pro in order to have just sound effects. So instead of paying all of that, and I already have all of my stuff set up, I don't need it for those other things. I have other inputs for microphones. If I wanted to do a broadcast with my wife and I, everything that you can do in a Rodecaster, I can figure out how to do it. But if you have a setup without the Rodecaster Pro, but you want sound effects and a plethora of sounds, okay, you can actually just take it and push this button here. And that way you don't need 2 Stream Decks. You don't need anything extra. The way I did it and set up, and I'll probably do a specific video on this, I went into the Stream Deck and I use this button over here to switch between apps, okay? So that's the way that I get my sounds. And you can program these all in this column over here. You can program it to down here. Let me move my face out of the way so you can see what's going on. Move my face over here. And if you look over here in this section over here, you can fade out. You can color coordinate them. You can have it loop. You can have it solo. You can have pausing to it. You can have only play while pressed. So this gong here, if I were to take that gong, see, it's only going to go. Okay, and then if I take that off, it'll play it all the way through. Now, if you put it on allow pausing, you can, and then finish it. So you can customize all of these buttons the way that you want them, okay? And you can just drag and drop. You can change them, like just switch them and put them somewhere else. Okay, now, here's the crazy thing. You can put a whole song. Shout outs to Darian Brister. And here is his track. So 4th row, B is down here. You can literally, here's the music track. So now I'm literally going to start putting my music tracks in Fargo because now I can control them through there instead of just doing them through Ecamm. That way I have less stuff farting around the Ecamm. I can have this song loop in here. I can set the points where it loops. So look at this, people. I can just say, all right, I want it to loop somewhere around here. So, oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. So here's the loop right here. If I want to just do the intro, I can stop. Okay, let me pull this intro. Okay, right there. So if I want to just loop the intro, I can find out where that is. And I can just have it go round and round on this intro here. So it's way more than you can actually do in Ecamm and Fargo. Okay, so notice it's going to go to the intro and it's going to stop. Okay, see how it stops? So if I put a loop on this and I can draw this in a little bit closer here, when I hit the trigger, B is right here, I think. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. So notice this here. The loop is much shorter. See? Okay, I have to find the right, but when you're getting your tracks and stuff together, and then you can enlarge the screen to find where you want to loop it at. So I have a whole song here, and I can just do this one section over and over again. So what it does is, let me stop the music. So what it does is I can take any song that I like and I can queue up where I want it to start from in here. So if this, I wanted to just come in on the intro piece of it, and I'll show you how to make the screen bigger later on. But now when I hit the button, it's going to see that. So now I can just do it from here. Now in Ecamm, I have to do the editing first, and then I have to redrop it into the program. On here, it's much simpler. You just take and you can size it up however you want over here in the column. You can take any piece of the song and you can just put the parameters on there and you can start it from wherever you want. Okay? It's just that simple. And then if it's just for a show, you can take it and put it back to the intro and you can tell it play the whole song. Then you can put fades on it. So you can fade the song out earlier or make it longer or shorter if you want. So now when I hit it, it starts from the beginning again. Real simple, okay? And then I can have it in loop mode. I can have it in solo mode. I can have it in pause mode. I can have it only play while it's pressed. And so I just discovered that. And once again, to show you, let me show you this one other thing before I go. I'll show you the configuring the Stream Deck. So what I did over here is right up here in this column. Is the mouse over here? Okay. Right over here, what you want to do is you want to make that button the application switch button. And so if you look at that application switch button, it's down here. Michelle, you know this because you are a Stream Deck user. Okay, so if I go to that button, you see that? I took that and I made it an application switch. The crazy thing is when I hit that button, it goes to that app. But then when it switches over to that app, let me show you now the configuration again. Now, once it goes over to that app and I get to that, it switches to that app changes the profile to Fargo. When it changes to that profile, so here's the trick, everybody, and I don't want to confuse people. So here's the Fargo profile. In that profile, when you select that app, when that app is selected, it pulls its profile to the front. So now it abandons Ecamm, goes over to this profile, and that's where you set up all your hotkeys. Once you do it, you don't have to do it anymore. My suggestion is take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I put 7 buttons over here and I left this column open for any other apps I want to use on the side. So now, Juan, you're watching. If I wanted to throw another sound bank or extend this, I can just hit this button here and I can put a button on here for the next sound bank. Okay, and then I can put more letters on there. All right, if I want to put more, this is 7 times 4. So I got 28 sounds. If I wanted to make those 28 go to, what would it be, 56? Am I doing my math right? It'd be 56. I can take and hit this button and open up another 28. Hit this button, open up another 28. Hit this button, open up another 28. And I'm always going to hit this and it gets me back to Ecamm. It's that simple, okay? And so that's pretty much, let me close this app right here. Those are the trigger buttons that I do. If you need help on that, let me know. And that would be for anybody that's trying to set up sounds. Okay, if you're trying to set up sounds and you don't have a Rodecaster Pro. Now, if you are about investment and you're doing your podcasting, if you're doing your vlogs, if you're doing your videos, you're doing your YouTube, I pretty much, once again, I'm going to say it again, go to Diana Gladney's page, check out her use of the Rodecaster Pro. Check out my boy Sean Dot. Check out all of my friends in the Ecamm community and the Let's Get Live crew. Anybody that's using Rodecaster Pro, share with them, talk with them. It's a valuable product. I think it's great, okay? But for those people that need an alternative and you want to have the sound effects, and this is not just about sound effects, this is about your music beds and your tracks. So for me, I only have one on here now, but I'm going to transfer all of my music over to this thing right here so that I can put it there. So let me show y'all real quick. One other thing, I'm going to find my, I'm going to open up, where's she at? I'm going to open up the music. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the It's Love joint. So let me hit KP and my music library. Come on, I want my music. I didn't ask for everybody else's music. I hate it when iTunes gives you everybody else's music. I want my own music. Jeez. Okay, and let me see recents. Where's my recents at? Oh, come on, thing. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting where I'm putting these things at. And so, wait a minute, it's in the Logic folder. Okay, so here's something I'm working on for for my girl Jill, and I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna just drag it over to, and I'm gonna put it on the letter G, okay? And so let me switch back over to the app, and I just put it right here, okay? So that's on my third row. I just didn't label these on here yet, so I'm gonna look down here, and that's 2, 4, 5, the fifth one over. I'm gonna hit this right here, and I'm gonna hit this trigger. Zach, you'll love this because you've been in radio for forever, and it's stuff that you've been had at your disposal. This is the way to do it at home. So I'm gonna let y'all hear a little piece of something that I'm working on, and hopefully Jill does it and finishes it. But here it is. No, that's the wrong button. Here it is. Okay. See, I just put a whole song in this thing, an entire song. Y'all see, I love my house music. Okay. Okay, that's as much as I can play of it so I don't get in trouble. But that's something I'm working on for her. And you can just drag and drop the whole song there. So this thing doesn't have any limit. It's dealing with your computer. So you can use this like a whole nother iTunes and put all of this stuff on triggers, okay? So that's what I was doing before I bought my classic Stream Deck. Essentially, you can infinite keys. You can have infinite keys, okay? Y'all was making fun of my little Stream Deck, but got y'all now, okay? And so even with the Rodecaster, Fargo is a great tool to have in your arsenal. Okay, Daryl, thank you. So shout outs to my brother Daryl. So I guess what Daryl's saying, and you can clarify it, Daryl's going to know how to use all of that stuff. So I may eventually get a Rodecaster Pro. I can figure out how to use it. I know how it'll benefit me, especially with a laptop, so that beyond this area over here that I'm using, I can do more things with it, and maybe do a setup for my wife with her work stuff, and maybe a desk that we'll both share for business purposes. I may not want to be in a room with all this stuff and just be in a regular, like a podcast situation with a little bit of video, maybe one camera. I'm probably going to get a Rodecaster Pro. But for people who have a Rodecaster Pro, from what Daryl's saying, it's still a great thing to have. Okay, James, you said it's on back order. Yeah, everybody's trying to grab them. So listen, for $50 for Fargo, the program, for $50 and the music that you already have, along with your Stream Deck, I got a whole sound bank here. And so, as I showed you, if I switch it to this app, here's my DJ air horn. Okay. All these sounds are sitting in here. Okay. And then I can see where they're all at, and I can always, so this right here, I have it on a trigger. See? And you hold it. And so, the videos are easy. So what I'm eventually do is I'm going to put the marinate. I'm going to actually make a button for Diana Gladney. I'm going to make a button for Tina and a button for Virdra Jackson on their pieces on You Gotta Let That Marinate. So I'm going to have those triggers on here. But at least now I figured out how to have my triggers for my sounds. Now here's the great thing. The great thing is this. If you have it closed, you don't have to worry about opening Fargo when you start Ecamm. You just start Ecamm, and then it opens it for you. It literally just opens it up because you have it on the app button in your Stream Deck. And so Fulgens floats his so it's off the desk. I did the same thing with my H-Zoom 6. It keeps it out of the way. Got you. I totally agree with you to float it. You could throw it in the background and leave it out. So you just going to do a whole tutorial 40 minutes after you say you have work to do. This is part of the work, Carly. So yeah, I was feeling it. You know what I'm saying? This is my give back. So if you need help to set it up personally and you want to take the valuable one-on-one time, go to Buy Me a Coffee, okay? And you'll see how to get an hour consultation. You can sign up for it if you want to support Keith Pelzer. I am on Buy Me a Coffee. And so let me get my link. Whew. I got to find my link real quick. I'm going to put my link up so you have it before I go. And I got to go to it. It's in my going it. Let me just find it. I got to find I had it up and I should have just had it on. I should have just had it situated and ready. Okay, so I supported Diana Gladney. She is on Buy Me a Coffee. And so anybody else, if you haven't heard of it, and it's spelled Fargo, just in case. Thank you, Sonia. That's exactly how it's spelled. It's from the same makers of Loop Deck. And so wait 1 second. I just got to go to my email to remember it. I'm so bad. I got it on my page. I just didn't put it on this column right here. I'm lunching, y'all. So let me see. Buy Me a Coffee. Okay. And so I'm on the Konvos, Buy Me a Coffee. Okay. And it's on the Konvos. And so here it is. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to throw it down in the column so that you all have it. And if you don't have it, please go and you can support there. And then also you can let me know and get at me if you want to do any personal consultations, and I can help you with the setup that I have. Okay. And who just closed? Somebody just closed. Did somebody just close? Somebody closed. Let me see. Oh, it just, okay. All right. I thought somebody closed. Jeez. Okay. And so you can do that. And the instructions are on there. I'll be updating that soon so you can understand what's going on with it. Now, I did get 100. Look at that. Look at God. I got 100 subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. It's very encouraging. It actually helps me out. I'm going to finish my cup of coffee here. See? And shout out to Groove Made. Groove Made really looked out. Like my little desk thing right here, I think I'm going to make me a wood casing for my stream deck so it looks a little bit bougie there. Okay. If this helped anybody out, we'll do the Konvos. I'll make sure I separate the shows. I won't drag y'all into this, but I'll do the instructionals afterwards. And I hope that helps somebody. I'll extend that further. I do believe in giving first, and not just see that. See what just happened? That horn came from the trigger, because normally when I hit this button here, I can switch my camera and put it on full screen. So notice if I hit this one right here, this will give me the full screen camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and take off the bicycle horn. So let me go to application, right? And I'm going to show y'all what happens here. So current application, Ecamm Live, and I want to go to the sound effects. So look at the sound effects here. Let me move my face out of the way. And I'm going to show you why I don't like the triggers inside the same program. I like to have it independent. So look at this here. See how on bicycle horn, it has the 1? When I hit the 1, it's triggering. So look at this. If I hit 2, see how it changes the camera? And so I literally have to hit the other 1 over on this side. I'm used to just hitting the 1 where I like to hit the 1 at. Okay, so watch what happens here. Let me switch. Okay, wait a minute. All right, so I'm going to show you again. If I hit this 1 here, it's going to throw that bicycle horn trigger. I'm tired of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that trigger off, the hotkey, right? If I eliminate the hotkey, now watch what happens when I hit the 1. See that? I'm used to doing that. I switch my cameras like this. Y'all see what I'm doing? That's how I like to do my switchers. I like my switchers like that. If you start using the keyboard as hotkeys in the same program, you can jam yourself up and you'll have buttons going everywhere. So my solution is to go over here, hit this button, and now I have all of the, okay, wait, current application. All right, now I have all of my sound effects and everything on here so I can do all my sound triggers there and my music as well. So I like using Ecamm for what I use it for, but I also want the independence of having an entire soundboard over here where I can hit, you know, different sounds. So let's give a hand clap of praise for Pelzer putting that together. Amen. Amen. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for 100 subscribers. Thank you. We believe God right now for 1,000. We believe God for 1,000. We thank you. We thank you so much for all of your contributions, and thank you so much. It was much appreciated. Okay, much appreciated what you all have done. And so, bada boom, ching ching. There it is. All right. See, all my triggers are here now. Okay. See, all of the stuff is right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have it going once again. See that? All of the sounds, all of the triggers are here. And so now I can't keep playing that. Listen, this will be coming to a radio near you real soon. So need to buy me a coffee link, brother. Down and I'm up. Okay, I can't play that. So let me send you the link. I got the link. Let me get the link going on. So buy me a coffee link is coming to the YouTube right now. I'm about to go to YouTube live, and I think I can find myself live. Okay, let me see if I can find myself live. Your videos. Let's go to your videos. Then we want to go to your page. See, I'm getting used to this myself. Hang on, everybody. 1 second. I gotta find myself. Okay, live. I just seen it. There it is. And we are live right now. I'm gonna go to it, and in the column, I'm gonna put the link. So everybody, this link is the Buy Me a Coffee link. And that's for the convos right there. It has. Thank you, Sonia. You did it. Drop the Buy Me a Coffee link, bro. Okay, there it is. You can support yours truly. I'm going to edit and get it together. But if anybody needs that consultation, there's 10 slots. 10 slots. If you want to jump into it, okay, I'm going to work something out. And I want you to come into the room. And if you need to, and you have your setup and you want me to walk you through it, I will take the time. It's a little bit more intricate than I showed today. This video will be up so you can look at what I'm doing. But if you need help trying to understand it, setting up your buttons and stuff so you're not jammed up, I'll tell you how I did it, why I did it, and the benefits of doing it like that. Again, this is a community that I'm connected to. And in that, the people that are here that I told you subscribe to their page, you can get way more professional, in detail information on how to do it. And these people are experienced. I'm working on what I'm working on. I'm going to have something together for cameras and different things and lighting and how I do what I do. But if it's something that I don't have up that you need, there's many people with resources. Daryl, I hope you have your page up and you need to get the instructionals together. My man, Daryl Cook, Pastor Cook, my boy, Daryl, home brother, down to earth. But yeah, the pastor, great husband and a brother and a friend. He is very knowledgeable of getting the podcast right. He's on it. He's just kind of on the low with it, but it's his time to start coming out with it. And we need to see his videos and stuff. And two, Michelle, you're going to have to catch me. I know you'll be working when I'm on, but I need you to get with me, and I need some drops from you with the fan about Let That Marinate. Shout out to our guests today, Diana Gladney, Tina, and also Dr. Virdra Jackson, who joined us today and letting us know that we got to let some things marinate. See, I took that one button and I'm back on my switcher. And so today, everything that you heard and you liked it, make sure.
Let that sit right there. Let that marinate. Let them marinate. However, cool breeze, however.
Yeah, gotta.
Hello, I'm Dr. Virdra Jackson, and I think we ought to just let that marinate.
And we're gonna close on the Bishop.
Some stuff ain't worth rushing. You gotta add that season on and let it marinate.
All right, folks. I hope you had a great day. It's time for me to go. But guess what? I cannot leave without, and I got to put this on my trigger. The trigger is going to do it, but I'm going to leave in on the bridge of joy. And this is going to be the Sonia and Wine joy. Here we go. Somebody hashtag I still got my joy. If you still got it, just hashtag I still got my joy. She is in the column right now, and her name is Sonia Sessoms. Her great husband, the Wine Darnell Jackson, who provides tracks for the convos as well. But they have their own thing going on it. Boot Things Chronicles, Sound of Worship Center, the whole nine. Check her out. She's on YouTube. This is her beautiful voice singing right here. You heard it on the convos. Got my joy, got my joy. I've got my joy. Been restored, been restored. I've been restored. Got my joy. Sing one.
You better get your joy. Don't let them take your joy. Don't let them take your joy. Waiting to give you
See that? I got my sound effects. Yeah. Got my joy. Best part right here.
The world didn't give it to me. This joy I have.
The world didn't give it to me.
This joy I have.
The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Here we go.
You better get the joy.
Wait, I keep hitting the wrong button. There it is. Been restored, been restored. I've been restored. Play, Troy. Boom. That was it. You were on with the Konvos. Watch this here. I'm gonna switch back to the Konvos on the stream deck right here, and the button says "We out." Doom, 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 doom. And we out. Stay safe, everybody. Oh. Epic failure. Diana told me this. She said, make sure that you move the file into the right place. And so because I changed everything and put it in a different folder on another hard drive, I hit the button and it actually said locate file. I'm going to find it right now. So I'm going to locate right now for myself. Y'all hold on 1 second. Y'all wait. This is another time that this doesn't happen. And it's looking for coffee short. Okay, here it is. Yours truly.